Hi, my name is Paige. Welcome back to my channel. This is my February wrap-up where I tell you the books that I read in February. So I did a mid-month wrap-up, so I'm not going to go in details of the books from that video. I'll have the link to that video in the description box below, so you can go watch that video if you've missed it. I'm going to be talking about the books that I read in the second half of the month. I did read a total of 14 books in February, which is super low for me. I usually read more than that. I just have been so busy lately. I've just been my life has just been crazy. And I really have missed being able to read like I'm used to reading. And hopefully March will be better. Hopefully reading is a big part of who I am and what I like, and I'm really hoping that I can kind of get back into that more in March. But I am thankful for the 14 books that I did read, and I had a great reading month, so let me go ahead and let you know what they are. I had 11 5-star reads and 3 4-star reads, and nothing lower than that, so it really has been a great month. And I've never included this in my wrap-ups, but I know a lot of people do it, so I figured why not. I read mostly all ebooks, but I do read I'm starting to read more audiobooks, so I have a mixture of both. So for February, I read 8 ebooks off of Kindle Unlimited, and the other 6 were audiobooks from Hoopla. So the first half of February, which is in my mid-month reading vlog, is Bound by Tiffany Roberts, I Married a Merman by Regine Abel, Contagion by Amanda Milo, Deceived by the Gargoyles by Lillian Lark, Headcase by Onley James, Let Me Love You by Alexandria House, Real by Kennedy Ryan, and The Corsair's Captive by Ruby Dixon. So those will all be in my mid-month wrap-up. So for the second half of February, I read Let Me Hold You by Alexandria House. This is the second book in the McLean Brothers series, and I absolutely adored this one. I love this probably even more than the first one, which I didn't think was possible. But the first one centered around the oldest brother in the McLean family, and this one follows one of his younger brothers. So this is about Leland. He is a basketball player. He plays professional basketball, and he dates older women. He just doesn't, that's what he likes, and he meets this woman, and he's very intrigued with her, very attracted to her, and wants to pursue something with her. But she is actually his ex-teammate's mom. And him and his ex-teammate, because he has just switched teams, do not get along, and so everybody kind of thinks that he's doing this just to get back at his ex-teammate, but it's really not the case, because he just truly, genuinely likes her. And of course she has reservations because, you know, it's her son, and she has had so many bad relationships in the past. She's been in abusive relationships, and her son is super, super protective of her. But so she kind of has them hide their relationship for a while until it gets out. But I love their story so much. This is between Leland and Kimberly, and I loved it so freaking much, and I rated it 5 stars. The next one I read is Let Me Show You by Alexandria House. Of course, I had to continue on in the series. This follows another brother, Nolan, and he is actually one of the twins. So there is twin brothers in this family. So this is about Nolan, and he runs a bar, and he also has started, him and the couple of his brothers have started their own like film company where they're going to produce and make movies, and so that is what he is doing. And he meets this girl. So he asked the heroine from the first story, her best friend, to star in this movie, to play a role in this movie, because he is very attracted to her, which is so cute. He's kind of adorable at the first, because he's like when he's around her, he's like, I don't know what to say to her, and his brothers are like, just be you, you know. And it was really cute, how he would just get flustered around her and not know what to say because he was just crushing on her that much. Of course, they're around a lot each other because he is producing this movie and she is starring in it, and this is their relationship. So cute. I really loved Nolan and Bridget's story. None of them lived up to quite as Leland's story, but of course, they're all 5 stars. The next book centers around the brother Neil, and he is the other twin, and he has had a rocky road. He had his heart broken, and he just kind of spiraled downwards after that. He has just been drinking and gambling, and his big brother was just kind of like, hey, you've got to cut this out. He kind of had to rescue him out of some bad situations. And so now he went through rehab, and now he is trying to, you know, acclimate back into the real world again and lead a successful life. And he meets Sage, and she is a makeup artist. She does makeup for, you know, all of the girls from the other books, and he really likes her, and they begin their relationship, and he is super, super protective of her. Almost to the point it's like, okay. But I really do appreciate that protectiveness because I love a protective alpha hero. And I don't know, their story was also so amazing as well. I love seeing each of the brothers' books in this series. And then I ended out the series with Let Me Please You by Alexandria House. This is a novella length book right at the end because they do have one sister. Her name is Kat, short for Catherine, and she fell in love with one of the bodyguards. So one of her brother's bodyguards, his name is Tommy, and he was assigned, you know, to watch her because she was working for her brother, and along the way they fell in love, and this was their story. I really love seeing her story as well right there at the end. I absolutely adored the series and completely recommend it. It was so, so good. And then I picked up The Nightmare by Regine Abel. This is the second book in that series, and I really liked this one. I liked it actually better than the first one. And this is kind of a world where this rift has opened to let in basically dreams. They're dreams like wishes and nightmares, and it's called The Mist. And so every month the mist comes and people have to lock themselves inside of their homes and they cannot go outside and until the mist is over, and then they can, you know, go back out. So in this book she signs up for this like experiment type of scenario, and she is taken to this place where she meets her nightmare. So whatever you dream, if you're dreaming of nightmares, then you're going to create a nightmarish, you know, creature. If you dream, you know, with wishful thinking, you know, pleasant dreams, you create a wish creature. And she has been dreaming in nightmares since she was a child, and so she meets the nightmare creature that, you know, she has formed in her dreams, and he is completely in love with her, and this is their story, and it was pretty good. I really enjoyed this series by Regine Abel. I don't quite love it as much as the Prime Mating Agency series, but this one was fun to read, and I'm glad that I read it. And the last book that I read for February is Idol by Kristin Callihan. I was kind of floundering there, and then I saw that this was available on Hoopla, so I'm like, why not read it? Because I've been wanting to read it for a long time. So this is a rock star romance. The heroine of the story, which is Libby, short for Liberty Bell, she finds a passed out guy on her lawn, and she like sprays him with a water hose to get him to wake up. She feels bad for him, so she takes him inside, you know, cleans him up and gives him something to eat, you know, while he sleeps off. And when he wakes up, he discovers where he is, and he's just on a super hard road because their band, he's the lead singer of their band, and their band has been broken up for a year because one of the band members and his best friend tried to kill himself. So you know, he's been taking this really hard, and he meets Libby and they spend like, I guess it's like the equivalent of the summer together, and they fall in love in the process. And I loved them spending time together. I love she lives in like almost I kind of picture this, if you watch Outer Banks, I kind of pictured it as that, you know, living near the beach on this type of like island situation. But so they were kind of in their own world until he has to go back to the band, and he asked her to come with him. And I loved their story so much. So I am wanting to finish out the series. I think there's 4 books in the series, so hopefully I'll get to read those soon. But I did really love this one, and I rated it 5 stars as well. So those are all the books that I read for February. Let me know if you read any of them or what you read for February. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.